here's what the other file's for. I might as well show you while I've got this rolling. I use this, where to set it? This one is the one with the flat side and the half round. I use this for taking off the sharp bits on the key. So if you can see that there. See this top edge, both sides, incredibly sharp. Use this half round file, and then that there just starts to bring the key down, and this is how you make the nice smooth bumps over. So I'll do a bit of this now. There you go, you can see the nice big round gouge out of the key now that I've been doing, and you can see there's the mark that I made earlier with that pen. Followed it the whole way down, it's still in the centre. That tells you that you've done quite well at keeping the cut going down straight. So yep, you can also see there I've taken the top edges off both these sides with that other file that I was showing you, the half round one. There you go, if you put it in you can see it sticks up a bit, but if I just touch it and put it in, it was just sticking. I put my thumb on the bottom there, you can see it's perfectly level. And what we'll do is, remember I was showing you earlier about putting this on. I always put these on sidewards, and there you go, you can see it spins nice and freely. That's good. I put them on sidewards because you can sometimes get away with putting this on. It'll get the pen to be a bit sticky, wriggle it, and you force it. And if you force it in and the pin sticks up a wee bit, like see where it's sticking up there? Sticks up a bit, gets stuck on the top of this. You have a key in, you can't get a pick in to try to release that. You've pretty much jammed the lock with the key and all in. So like I say, I test them on the side there, and you don't need to spin it right round to the top with the key in, just in case something went wrong. So there you go, that one works. And I'll do the rest of them here, and then as you can see, it's not quite smooth, but there's no point in don't worry about that jamming too much now, because again, what's going to happen here is you're going to take the second pin, put it in, put the two of them, and you can see it has to come down probably about a millimeter or two there. It's to come down quite a bit. There's no point in me making this ramp here nice and smooth to the next cut until I've finished cutting this one to the correct height. Because once I've cut pin 2 to the correct height, then I can smooth over the bump between the two of them and make those two flow nicely. But until then, don't worry too much about it jamming and sticking. All you do is pin 1's cut right, so take pin 1 out of the core because we no longer need it in there. We know that's at the right height, and we'll just work with pin 2, and that'll stop. Means you can put this in, check your cut without it getting jammed each time with that first pin. So I'll go cut the second one, maybe do a few more, and then I'll come back to you and show you what to do next. Right, so I'm a wee bit further on than whenever I last left you, and that is it. I've went ahead and cut the other 3 chambers. Now, I haven't cleared any of these peaks in the middle, and that's just to show you, the type of cut that this makes. It's a much rounder. You see there in that second one there, it's really sharp. The others are quite square, but we just need to take those off. And like I say, I'll just use the half round file for that there. What can sometimes happen, and has happened to me in the past before, is that I've finished the key. So I've cut this here all, got it all perfect. Then as I went along, I've smoothed out these peaks, like I'm going to with this here. Taking it down, looked at it, sort of working, it goes, that was a bit sharp, took it down, and discovered that what had actually happened was, rather than the pin sitting nice, dead straight in the middle, it was actually sitting up on the side, riding the ridge. So whenever I smoothed down the peaks in between, it dropped the height of where that was stuck and sitting. The pin was sort of suspended up here, and dropped it, and then it didn't work properly. So again, generally I would say smooth these as you go along, but before you get to the final depth of your pin, just make sure you've gone on to the next one, knock all the edges off, because you just want that last wee bit of room to play with, just in case, you know, you haven't got it down and the pin isn't sitting nice and central, it's sitting off to one of the sides. And we'll take this out. Take this out, and then we'll go back. We'll do a bit more work on it, but you know what? Just trying to undo this vise. Sorry, you have to do the vise up quite tight, otherwise what will happen is, as you're putting the pressure down for cutting the grooves, the key will just bend in it like this, and then you'll obviously start to go offline. But just see that there, yeah. So you can see there I've taken down the peaks. Something like pin 2 there is something to be aware of as well, and that is, previously, you know, this came up to a sharp point here, came back down, up and down, but the pins, you know, wouldn't run over that smooth. So pretty much taking it down to the level of where pin 2 is, and that's what I'm saying. Having a wee bit of play is nice, because it just means then that as you're filing these 2 peaks off, if you accidentally take a wee bit more out of the center, if you've got that wee bit of play, that there's what's going to make sure your key still works. So again, you know, can set highly enough, and then up a wee bit and up like that. Now I've did this using the round file, so as you can see, they're, you know, they're all nice and smooth, you know, smooth sort of like that. But a normal cut key, that's not one, that's another one I made. Let's see if I can find a normal key. Yeah, here's a normal key. Right, so when looking at a normal key that's been cut in the machine, it'll come down as a flat platform for a section, and then it'll come back up, you know, down into each cut. And if you look at it from the top there, you can see, you know, you can see these flat sections. That's what the pin is sitting on, and that's why I'm using a round one, because see, if you use a triangular file or a square file, to get to the same depth, you're going to have a bit more of a point sticking way down below that, and it's just not as nice. I much prefer the round one, because it mimics the shape much better, and then once you smooth off the sides, you know, it just flows in and out much nicer. So like I say, that's another wee thing to bear in mind there, those wee flat spots that are used on the key. Right guys, I just wanted to show you this just because, well, it's interesting. I've never had one like this before, but the springs in this are so small that I'm actually able to repin the lock, put all the pins in it there without needing to put the follower in so far. Like, I'll have to put the follower in and push them right down to get the core back, but I mean, like, you know, I was able to repin this by just, okay, so just drop those, but you know, nonetheless, you can see there's a bit of a gap. Just take this in and just set it on like that. Like, how easy is that? It's much nicer than normal, but again, just wanted to show you that wee random thing because I came across it. But anyway, I'm just repinning this here, and then I'm going to show you the key. Right, we're back. So, just put the follower in behind that there. Ready to put the plug back in. Going to lock it up and then give it a wee test, see if it works. So, haven't tested this yet myself. Just thought, you know what, might as well wait and see, and we can both see if it worked together. So, put this in like that. Just follow right. Lock it up. So there you go, nicely locked up. Put the wee clip back on. Make sure that's seated in there properly. Right, so that was annoying. I was putting that on and the phone rang, so that cut that off, but I'll tighten that up properly later. Still haven't tested it. So here you go. Here's the key we cut. Put it in the lock. And ooh. Well, would you look at that? doesn't work properly. Right, so let me try something. Right, so what you can do sometimes, save you the hassle of having to redo this. The key is almost perfect, so for whatever reason something's not. There we go, something's not quite right, so just put it in there and try to bump it open. Woohoo! So, back in a minute, going to investigate. Right, so we're back. So it turns out the issue was pin 4. Just didn't have it deep enough, and pin 4 stuck up into the top chamber a wee bit. So at least I was able to get it back out without too much difficulty. So see, there you go. She turns. There you go. It just shows that even after taking all that care, and if you're making a video, you can still make silly mistakes. Thanks for watching.